The Vatican blasts gender-affirming surgery, surrogacy, and gender theory as violations of human dignity. Let me tell you a little bit about this story. Hang tight for me. Okay, here we go. The Vatican's infinite dignity declaration, approved by Pope Francis, categorizes gender-affirming surgery and surrogacy as grave violations of human dignity, equating them with abortion and euthanasia, stating it follows that any sex change intervention as a rule risks threatening the unique dignity the person has received from the moment of conception. Rejecting the notion of gender theory, the Vatican underscores the biological differences between man and woman as ordained by God, about time, warning against attempts to alter this plan, stating biological sex and the sociocultural role of sex, gender, can be distinguished but not separated. Tom.
I think it's very, very interesting that this comes out from the Vatican and not coming out from the Pope himself. And the Pope's been ill recently, and there's been conflict between the Pope and the Vatican and what they call, not the Vatican, but the traditionalists within the Vatican who have had issues with Pope Francis going way out on a limb on what they feel is liberal and more progressive stances. And the Vatican traditionalists have been trying to rein this in. So this is not the Pope coming up, make a statement. The Pope's been in ill health, and we hope he gets well. But I find it very interesting that this isn't the Pope talking. This is the Vatican speaking in a general statement, pulling back to traditionalists after we've had 4 years of a Pope that's kind of going out there on a limb talking about more liberal things. The last time a Pope suddenly went out on a limb was John Paul I, who lasted 33 days, and there's been persistent stories and investigative reporting that felt that after 33 days that he was very quickly offed. So you can go back. You can go back to that. And that was, I think, 1979, 1980 that happened.
It's great to see the Church and the Vatican and the Pope taking a firm stance on this with everything we're seeing.
Well, don't say the Pope. He just made a good point.
Okay.
I was just going to ask you guys, do you think the Pope, if he's ill and God help him, but what if, the way that he's been acting, I think he'd be all in for the gender affirming kid. What do you think, Tom?
No. This goes the other way. This is them saying,
that's the Vatican.
Vinny's asking a different question, Tom. Listen to Vinny's question. Go ahead.
I'm saying this is the Vatican thing. You made the point that he's ill. He's not involved. My question to you is, Tom, do you think that him personally, that this is a decision that he agrees with? Or do you think he'd be, from the way he's been talking for the past 4 years, it seems to me like he'd be like, yeah, let them chop off whatever they want to chop off.
The clearly worded statement is not aligned with a lot of his very progressive statements that have been also carefully worded, but when you put them side by side, they're different.
Yeah, notice how this comes out while he's sick. Now they're like, you know what, we're going to talk and we're going to lay down the law while he's not feeling well.
Yeah, we're one grassy knoll short of a new pope.
Yeah, no shit.
Then on behalf on behalf of the Vatican, it's good to see that they're going back to their biblical roots. I'm old school. Some of you guys are more new school, Old Testament, Genesis. They you know what they say about God and man and woman in Genesis, that God created man in his own image, and the image of God, he created man, and the female, he created them, and then he blessed them, everything with that. There it is right there. Man and woman created in the image of God, implies that God has ownership over their lives and will one day pass eternal judgment. That's not the quote. Well, yeah, so God created man in his own image, and the image of God created him. So yeah, they're going back to basically the basics. Genesis, old school. There it is.
Yeah, but again, it's good to see this is happening.
Finally.
Because some of the stuff they were up to was a little bit...
fishy?
Fishy is an understatement when you see some of the stuff.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.